I need to brush my hair out. I am just getting myself ready. My hair needs to fall a little bit. Welcome to Monday, or at least it is Monday when I am filming this. And I thought in this video we just spend a few days together. I just got back from a little long weekend trip in New York yesterday. A blast, but I am ready to get back into routine. I am ready to get back into just like the normalcy of it. And I am ready to also be back being regular in the tum-tum, if you know what I mean. Okay, so what we have on the agenda for today, it's Monday. You know that is the day that I do all of my filming. So we have a variety of videos that we are filming today. Nothing too complicated. By complicated, I mean like tons of outfit changes or anything like that. So we have that going on for the morning. And then there's a million things I want. I say this at the beginning of every workday. There's a million things I want to get to today that I'm excited about, but it's prioritizing. I have to do my filming today. So hopefully we can get to some fun stuff later. But a couple things that I want to show you in this video. Went to New York, had a delicious bagel. I was like, I'm gonna get some bagels for breakfast. So that's what we're having this week. I'll show you kind of how I'm gonna do it. We're doing something super easy with them. So we're going to easy but fancy pants. You know, that's how we roll here. So we are going to have some of those, but then that fell. It was Prime Day last week and I got one thing. So you guys know I'm actually charging them right now. My light therapy glasses. So I wear these in the morning and I really do, I swear by these things, guys, for regulating your circadian rhythm and just kind of like making waking up easier. And I did notice that when we were on our trip to New York, I woke up at the same time. So there's like positives. I think the positives outweigh the negatives, but if you do have like a chance to sleep in more, you might not necessarily be able to, because your body, once you kind of get that consistency up, your body kind of like has that set like wake time. So I didn't really get to sleep in that much when we were on our trip, but I don't like sleeping in, to be honest. Morning is my favorite time of day, but I got another little gadget here. Let me unplug it. I got a red light. Actually, let me show you. Okay, so this is for the evening time. Let's plug it in here. So this, let's turn it on. So this is red light and it kind of does the opposite of what my light therapy glasses do. This helps allow your body to create melatonin. It's kind of the opposite with the glasses. It kind of like wakes you up. So I decided to try that. I actually have an article that I want to write about just light therapy and kind of like just it overall. So we're gonna kind of do the whole shebang with that. So I'll keep you posted on my thoughts about that. I don't know if we'll have like a consensus by the time this vlog is done, because it might, I don't know how long it's gonna take, but I am getting my coffee. Just wanted to check in with you guys this morning. Another thing that I'm just like happy to be back with is just like your usual like things, like taking a shower in your house this morning, having your usual coffee. Like it is just the best. And I made sure that when I got the bagels, I got some whole wheat ones that had a little bit of extra fiber, because like I said, you girly, the tum-tum is a little backed up because on our trip I've like barely touched a vegetable or any sort of fiber, and that's okay, but I'm starting to not feel super great right now. And that's honestly, guys, the best way to stay eating quote unquote healthy is to start to notice like those things. You'll want to add fiber because you don't want to be backed up. When you know, can make the connection between like what you eat and how you feel, that is how you kind of stay quote unquote on track. You guys know I don't like love that language, but let's go ahead and turn this off. I'm so excited about it. We'll see what the dealio is, but we are going to get to some filming now. Crank that out. Crank that out. Crank that soldier boy. Do you guys remember that song? That's not the jam to it, but I just felt like dancing. Okay, I'm dilly-dallying. Let's get Monday going. YOLO. Maybe if you close your eyes, plug your nose, Shooey. We made it through the end of the day. Got our filming done. Got a couple of things I wanted to kind of like dilly-dally into. That's not the right word. Explore. I don't know. My brain is fried. I'm eating a very, very smushed protein bar from our travel. Always happens. It works. Take the doggo for a walk. I missed him when we were gone. I'm just excited to turn my brain off for the night. Do you guys have any good podcast recommendations? My husband's been having a very long day, and so there's a chance I might need to walk Theo by myself, and I don't have very many podcasts to listen to. So if you got any good podcasts, like very escapey, like, to be honest guys, I don't want to learn. I want just like fun, pop culture-y, I don't know, just something fun. Drop them in the comments. Thank you in advance. Do you need some water, bud? Do you need some water? Okay, I gotcha. Oh, no, you don't want it? Okay, cool. All right, guys, happy Tuesday. We have already had a very productive morning today. So I put up the podcast. I did 3 things with the podcast. I did the general episode that goes out on the public podcast. I did an extended form of the episode for the app, and then Thursday's Q&A. So we are boom, boom, boom. I did not have to record the podcast today. Tuesdays, by the way, if you have not picked up on that, are my podcast day. Today I am airing an interview that I did with nutritional Sarah Williams on Instagram. I swear most people, like if you saw her face, you'd be like, oh yeah, I know her. That episode is live if you want to listen to it. It is so good. We talked about nutrition by addition. She actually also has a very just interesting story in herself. She has a long QT that I can't remember when she got diagnosed with it, but it's a medical condition, and so we chat about that a little bit. Nutrition by addition, all of the stuff, which is totally her jam. I just love it because she's just like she's very, if you guys watch my channel, you're gonna love the episode because we are very, very similar in like our kind of like very, I don't want to say like plain Jane lifestyles, but like we don't use like all the frilly necessarily like ingredients. Like we're very simple, realistic people. So that episode is up. So we got that done, and now I'm actually in a little bit of a holding pattern, so I think we're gonna go run some errands. I'm waiting to hear, my app developer just told me for the next app update, so really like the next stuff. He said, I'll check the questions, test videos you put together and circle back today. So I'm kind of in a little bit of a holding pattern until I hear back from him. And there's a couple errands that I want to run for my office. I need to get that together because you guys know I'm redoing it. It's just a blank box right now and we need to beautify it a little bit. So I think we're gonna go do that. I don't usually run errands. Someone had commented on one of my videos saying like, I'd love a little bit more like practical realism for people who like don't just have flexibility to do whatever during the day. Me running errands like I always see this in a lot of other like channels that I watch where they're like, oh, I'm going, shopping, or I'm doing, all this other stuff. And I'm like, I'm usually working from 8 o'clock to like 6 o'clock. Just kind of like, I get it, guys. Like we got things to do. This kind of like getting out of the house in the middle of the day is very, very not usual for me. So I'm just gonna take advantage of it, but I don't want to set the expectation that like that this is normal. We always like run to Target in the middle of the day. We do not, but let me tell you what, I'm going to enjoy the heck out of it. So I'm gonna grab my coffee, see what we can find, and I don't know, I'll loop back with you and see what we get. Also, I got new glasses. I know I showed this, I think in like 2 videos ago. I returned those ones. I just think these ones, the light coloring fits my coloring better. So I got these from Warby Parker. This is my first day wearing them, so we'll see how they do. Okie dokie, guys. Let's make a bagel and then I'll show you what I got. So first thing we're gonna do is scramble up an egg with some canned salmon. I love this kind from Trader Joe's. And then toast a bagel, put a little bit of, I like the whipped cream cheese, put the eggs on top and top it with capers and dill. I'm parched. Finish that one off. One more to go for the day. That's my goal. Okay, so First of all, I kind of thought it was funny that I was talking earlier today about how like we don't use fancy ingredients, and then I'm like, capers. I think this is a fancy ingredient, but I will say this is something I want to say might have been like 3. Like it sounds like a fancy ingredient, but let me tell you what, guys, this jar from Trader Joe's will last for like ever. I'm all about like the small things that can elevate stuff. The rest is pretty simple. And then I showed you the salmon that I liked, but this, you guys, it's delicious. Keep dropping stuff. Oh, those capers, it really does elevate it. I did eat before I went to grocery shopping, or not grocery shopping, whatever I did, I ran errands. But I was like, I don't want to like rush to make this. I'd rather eat it when I get home. A little bit slower pace, and I wanted to get out before like everyone started running their errands. We succeeded. This is much more enjoyable than being rushed. Delicious. And there you have it, friends. Give it a go. Okay, so I got, what we're gonna do is the ceiling is just a little bit of, from the angle I want to film, kind of an eyesore. So I got some sheer curtains. I saw this thing kind of like a draped like canopy that I'm gonna try to do. So I got a bunch of sheer curtains from Target, and we're just gonna give it a go. I also got some curtain rods to potentially do some stuff on the walls. I don't know. I don't really know what direction we're going with this office, but it needs to be like multifunctional. We'll see what happens. Let's try it. Okay. Okay, guys, the last 24 hours, it is Wednesday, by the way. The last 24 hours have been a little rough, as you can see. Well, maybe you can't see. My ceiling thing did not work out. That was one of the many things that did not work out yesterday. Where is my coffee? Didn't work out. Not even gonna show you. I'm just gonna shut this because we're gonna chat for a sec. It was bad. And then this is backwards. So that happened. Then I was working on, I told you a couple videos ago, I'm building a website. I'm actually starting a new company. It is going to be a editorial based multimedia health and wellness company. I haven't actually said that yet. So that's all I'm going to say right now, because we're still in obviously like figuring everything out when it's going to launch. And I always go back and forth, to be honest, on like how much I share of the process of it. Cause I don't want like, I want you guys to be excited about it, and I don't want to like drag it out, but we're shooting for hopefully early fall of this year. So really we've only got like probably like 2 months until we launch, but I'm working on the website, and I got some feedback from the branding company. I had them look at the website, and basically they were like, yeah, you're not really executing the brand like we would hope to see. At first, I took it so personally. I felt like I failed, like I suck at this. This is gonna go nowhere. And then after a little bit of time, just sitting with it, I was like, okay, let me reread the email with the direction they gave me. I applied it, I made tweaks, and they were right. It looks so much better. So there's 2 reasons I tell you kind of both of those stories. It's that you're gonna mess up, or things aren't gonna go the way that you expected them to. I know I say this so first-handed, it's so much easier to say. Try not to take that personally and use that to grow. I could have easily just been like, no, well, like I suck at this, threw my hands up, but I learned through the process and I learned how to make it better. Sometimes I do struggle with taking constructive criticism. And it's something that I'm always working on, especially when I want to get better. I want to learn. That's something, like I said, I'm always just kind of working on. And now, okay, I know that didn't work. Now I have, okay, a little bit of direction, or I don't know, just ways to make it better. I ordered some wallpaper for this. We'll see if that goes well. But today I did hear back from my app developer yesterday, so I'm going to sit down, go through all of his feedback, direction, work on that, and kind of see where the rest of the day takes us. I'm feeling very tired today. This is probably so boring to watch me like on a wall. Feeling tired. That's why we are having a couch work day today. I can't make you watch me anymore in this room, so I'm gonna work and we'll catch up later. Another day Another bagel. My papers keep falling off. How do you guys do your meal planning? For me, I pick like usually one breakfast and I just have it the whole week. Same with like lunch, I'll just have it the whole week. Dinners I switch up, I like a little more variety because I just find the act of cooking dinner like soothing at the end of a day. Do you guys like pick the same thing and just eat for a week? That's how I do it. So bagels all week. Let me know in the comments. It is the end of the day, friends. One of those days where you look at the clock and the day's just gone. I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling incredibly over my head right now, incredibly overwhelmed. I knew I should have waited till after I ate that to talk to you. Anywho, honestly, I got nothing left to say, you guys. Oh my God, I feel so overwhelmed. It's one of those times where like, sometimes even though something isn't your job, you just have to hop in and fix it or do it. That's kind of the spot that I was in today. Some of the contractors that I work with needed something and another contractor didn't deliver it. And so I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to get in there and get it done. Whatever's gotta get done, has gotta get done. My eyes, I cannot look at a computer anymore. I'm probably gonna have to keep doing more tonight, but this was a really boring video, you guys. I apologize. That's how this week is going. Let's do a little, as we end this video, some fun things. I got a tattoo in New York. Little heart. Thank you guys for recommending the place. It was Iglas, I-G-L-A-S in New York, and they specialize in like fine line tattoos. I just walked in and we got one, so that was a fun thing that we did in New York. Just remember to love yourself, friends. Another fun thing, I had some of this earlier today because remember, you can have ice cream at any time of day. We tried, let's do a little quick ice cream review to wrap this up here. First of all, I tried Whole Foods. They had like an insane sale. I think it was last week. They had like pints for like $2. Not even, I think it was like $1.50 or something like that. So we got a couple of one. This is by far the best. It is the cheesecake brownie caramel. Very, very delicious. That one's pretty much gone. But then these two were like on Aldi Finds. The Dreamsicle, this one literally tastes like a push pop. And the cotton candy, this one is very, very sweet. It's very good. I wish there was more of the frosting swirl. That doesn't surprise anyone. Colleen loves her frosting. But I had some of this one after lunch for a little lunch dessert, so would highly recommend those. I need to drink some water. Hey, have you drank water today? I definitely have not drank enough water, so I'm gonna go fill up my water bottle. Oh, I have one other Aldi find for you. We got these a couple weeks ago. You guys know I hate plain water. They had new flavor packets. If you see these, they had the red, white, and blue, so this is like Bomb Pop, and then they have orange Dream, which is like orange creamsicle. Both of these are very good. I actually like the orange cream one better, but I had that one this morning, so I might go with a different one. And then you guys know I love my Walmart like unicorn and mermaid ones. So anywho, guys, I'm gonna stop chit-chat and we're gonna go take the dog for a walk. My brain needs to decompress and I need to not look at a screen, but thanks for just hanging out with me for the past couple days. Hopefully, as always, you got a new fun food idea, you got a little bit of a reminder, or you were just entertained by this video. Anywho, I'm gonna just stop talking. Like this video if you even did like it. If you got to the end, bravo to you. But with that, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Maybe I'll think of something fun for us to do in the next one. Fun, easy. If you got ideas, drop them in the comments. And with that, I'll see you in the next one. See you later.